Number three, we're gonna go right into it, man. You know it is February. It is Black History Month, so we are on segment three, Black History Month, baby. So, man, I just got a list of different people that are very influential now. When it gets down to it, we have so many different other influential people. So you got, obviously, we Zoes, man. So we got some heroes of our own. You know what I mean? And
Shouts out to that boy Tucson.
Toussaint. You
You
know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
And these are all different parts of history, but it's not, no history is better than the other. It's all about the struggle, because the struggles that we
No, for
had
sure.
were definitely the same in different lights. And um, you know, I feel like when it comes to Black History Month, we definitely want to share all the beautiful parts, as opposed to the tragedies. And
Oh no, for
um,
sure.
it's definitely a big part of how we educate the world, because there's a lot of things that I feel are put in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, we love the ratchet shit, but at the end of the day, it's like, man, we have a lot of other dynamic aspects to our culture. And I just wanted to go over a few of the people that I feel are very influential. And honestly, we got a Haitian on the list too, for sure. You
Let's
know what I'm
do it.
saying? Um, we're gonna go through this list here. All right. So this one is a list that's from a place called Anscape, and it's 44 African Americans who shook up the world. All right. So I'm gonna go through some of the names here. Let's see what we have on the list here. Robert Abbott. Now, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, man. There's some people that I personally don't even know. So, like, we got Robert Abbott. So he was founder of the Chicago Defender, which is a paper from that time. So this is from the 1870 to 1940. So, this is definitely big around that time, because having a paper around that time was
Boy, you was
pretty
doing something, boy. You was somebody, bitch.
right. You know what I'm saying? You were definitely doing something around that time.
You were uppity Negro.
Yeah, right. Now, as a some, but like the fact of even doing that and having to be able to be a voice in a time where you weren't even considered a human being is a very
100.
big thing. So uh there we go. Robert Abbott. So we got Alvin Ailey. I'm not sure who he is either, but
I heard of him.
so he says founded Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater from 1990, 1931 to 1989.
Damn.
Okay.
58 years.
Yeah. So that's cool, because dance is a very big part of everything too. So like, I just honestly, me personally, there's a lot of different people, and I'll be straight up honest that there's some that I don't know. And there's one that's on the list, like Stokely Carmichael. He's a really good civil rights person, and he's not really spoken about like that, but he's definitely one of the people that was very integral, very charismatic person of his time. So we
Come on,
got the
man.
goat.
They ain't even. They
The
ain't
champ
even.
is here.
We ain't even got to talk about that.
We ain't even gotta know it. The champ is here. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali. There's nothing in words that we
Come
can
on.
say that hasn't been said already, man.
Stood in
So
the face of the government, looked them in their eyes, and told them, "Man, why would I fight them? Them people ain't do nothing to me. Shit, you do more than me.
facts.
Shit, you do more than me than they ever done to me. Why would I fight them? I gotta fight you every day. I wanna, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Yeah, I
man.
fuck
That's
with it.
real.
Yeah, man. So Muhammad
I fuck with
Ali,
that.
man. Will Smith did a great job in that movie. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, come on, man.
He
Hell
murked
yeah,
that
he
shit.
did.
All
He
right.
killed
So
that shit.
Richard Allen, um, preacher slash abolitionist, former slave educator. I'm gonna go through a little bit faster. Okay. So Maya Angelou, we all know Maya
Come
Angelou,
on,
poet, activist. You know what I'm saying? Her words have touched many. You know. So we
for
got
sure.
Maya Angelou, Ella Baker. So
Uh
let's see
huh.
about. Okay, so she was a civil rights activist between 1903 to 1986. Okay,
Okay.
So Ella
Damn.
Baker's one that I've heard the name. I've
Me
heard her
too.
name, but I don't know much about her myself. But that's something to look into. So like I'm gonna look back and take a look at some of these because there's a lot of people on this list that they cover. So I'm gonna keep going. Got Ella Baker, James
That's my
Baldwin.
boy.
That's my
That's my
boy right
boy.
there. Yeah, especially since you're a writer, you know what I mean? James Baldwin is a very prolific writer, very charismatic writer. He really
He was
looks
a
you
great
in the
orator.
really looks you in the face with it, man.
Yeah.
Like the way that he goes about explaining America, it's like
Yeah, bro.
if you can't understand what James Baldwin is saying, you're not a human
You
being.
just yeah.
You lack humanity.
Yeah, bro.
He's breaking it down in the most plainest English that you can
The way
break it down and
his cadence, the way he talked, I loved it, bro.
I loved it. You know what I mean? So it's James Baldwin. Then they've got the Zoe
Dean
right here in the
Machete.
building.
There we go. Go Puerto Rico.
Jean-Michel and Puerto Rico too. Yep.
Yeah.
Zoe and Puerto Rican. You got
Yep.
Jean-Michel Basquiat.
Yep.
Everybody call him Basquiat, but it's Basquiat.
Basquiat.
So he is a painter. For those of you who don't know, Jean-Michel Basquiat is a painter that has outsold the likes of Andy Warhol. Him and Andy Warhol were literally neck and neck when they came down to artistry, selling a painting that cost $125 million.
Come on, man.
You know
Shouts
what I
out to
mean?
my boy. Shouts out to Sabo, man. Shouts out to Sabo.
Yes, sir. Same old, you know what I'm saying?
Same old.
Got same old in the building. Yeah.
Same old. That's what it was, my boy.
That's funny you say that though, because that's what he did start as. Jean-Michel, he started off as a graffiti artist over in New York, and he called himself Samo, and that was what he used to do. He got known for tagging the city, but he would tag the city with very prolific and very thoughtful things to make you think. Some things were very graphic, even in its nature with the way he brought it, but it was ugly, it was real. And he made a reputation doing that and eventually ventured into being a painter. And he also went and met up with Andy Warhol in the prime while Andy Warhol was a big star.
Man,
which, if you know,
I feel away.
You know,
I feel away about that, bro. I feel away about that.
Okay, we'll get into that. Why?
Oh, it's been fishy. Wow. I feel away, dog. With Andy and shit, and then all of a sudden he just dies. Oh, overdose? Like, I don't know.
Damn, but you know what? I never looked at that. I mean, he was definitely around those elites by that time.
Come on, bro. Come on. He just died. You know, suicide. Come on.
Nah, it was actually a heroin overdose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that's basically suicide, bro. You going out like that, and I don't think brother was going out like that.
Yeah, man.
Or the cover story, suicide.
Come on, bro. Exactly.
So, nah, it was definitely deemed an overdose in its time.
Yeah.
But he definitely overdosed. But like, you know, who knows what the deep rooted things were with that? You know what I mean? But like, you know,
sounds almost fishy, like with Michael Jackson situation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Whitney Houston, it's just too many, man. It's just too much, bro.
Definitely. And that's the thing about it. But that's the crazy thing about it. You see why the drugs mess people up, because it makes it easy for someone, if they did want to take you out, it'd be easy for them to do it if you were a drug addict.
How we even know bro was a drug addict in the first place?
Oh no, we know for sure he definitely was on that stuff. Like, that's
did he ever get caught with it?
Nigga did it all the time, type of shit. Spent money on it, like, heavily. He got rich and got more of it when he got rich. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a millionaire by that time. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't even want to talk about the negative aspects of his life, to be honest.
That's my boy, man. I love his
Honestly,
art,
I don't even want to talk about that. We didn't even want to bring that up. We talking about greatness right now.
Time.
Yeah, let's talk about greatness. Man. But so let's get back to the greatness of this man. This dude also made one of the earliest hip hop records because people make it. The thing about it is like Jean-Michel Basquiat came out around the hip hop era. He had made an actual. There's a tape which is probably worth a whole lot of money now of him making some hip hop records back in the day, and this is around the early conceptions of hip hop. So whoever has those tapes are worth tons of money. You know what I mean? His paintings are already worth enough money already, but the fact that those tapes,
I like his paintings.
I wouldn't be surprised Jay-Z has them.
Yeah, right. Jay-Z.
Nah, for real though.
Be him.
It wouldn't be surprising until Jay-Z had them.
Yeah, right. So, you know, well, we know where Weeknd got his hair from.
Come on now. We know where Jay-Z got his hair from.
Facts. Jay-Z got his old image. Is taking this man's whole image now.
Yeah, with the tie and everything. Damn, nigga. He looked like Jay-Z right now, nigga. If nobody knew who he was, they'd be like,
nah, Jay-Z look like Basquiat, bruh. Get it right. Don't get it twisted.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Jay-Z looks like Basquiat.
Look at the way he even tried to freeform his dreads. Look at his dreads at the beginning. He even tried to like form like Basquiat.
How you gonna be rich and get doo-doo dreads, nigga? What the fuck?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything was after this nigga right here.
If I was as rich as Jay-Z, I would have the most pristine dreads a nigga ever seen, bro.
But when you
clean as shit, why you?
Yeah,
you will see it glimmering from a mile away, nigga. You will see these wicks glimmering from a mile away, bitch. In the Florida,
you are legit a billionaire, my nigga.
I can't lie. I'm out here like Bob. My shit was like that. I'm out here like Bob. I can't even hold you.
You feel me?
My shit would be big. My shit would be nice, but my shit would be big.
Yo, speaking of Bob, I want to do a thing at one point where we go out and see the Bob Marley movie, and go do that because I got that show Real to Real.
There's a new one?
Yeah, there's gonna be a real one. That's a movie that I'm gonna go out to the theaters to watch. I'll watch the Bob Marley biopic in the theaters, my dog.
Come on, I watch everything on Bob Marley, bro. Everything that's ever been about.
Yeah, they've been working on one for years, but even the Sons were like, they finally got it. They didn't do it because they didn't do it right. So they supposedly said they got it done right this time.
I speak to Rohan every so often.
Rohan Marley?
He's be in my Twitter space, bro.
You know who be around a lot too? In Miami is Kamani Marley be around there a lot. Damian Marley, they be in Miami a lot.
You know what's funny?
Rohan played for the Hurricanes. Rohan played for the Hurricanes, so we have Twitter spaces on Twitter all the time. He's always casually in there, bro. He's in there all the time, talking and motivating. He's good people. He's a good dude.
I actually used to chill at the Marley script because I have a homeboy down in Miami. Yeah, his little cousin actually know the Marleys. He actually go to their house and make music with them and everything.
Yeah, Rohan, cool
people. Cool people for real.
Cool, you see. Yep.
I feel that. All right, so we're gonna move on to the list here. We got so we have Mary McLeod Bethune, First Lady of the Struggle. All right, civil rights activist and educator from 1876 to 1955. We have Shirley Chisholm.
She was fierce, that lady right there, boy.
So, is there anything?
Fierce.
Okay. So let's see. She was a politician. Well, she worked in Congress. She's worked in Congress. She was first black woman elected to the U.S. Congress, representing New York's 12th district for 7 terms from 1969 to 1983. Okay, nice. See, there's a lot of people that I don't know, man, and I'm definitely gonna have to come and brush up on.
You gotta go look at her speeches, boy.
Yeah, and don't fault me for it, but honestly, I can't stand when people do that anyway. It's not a competition, Some people be like, "Oh, you don't know who that is." I really don't.
Bro.
Nah,
man.
At the end of the day,
you're human, bro.
Yeah, man, we got so much shit, bro.
Yeah, and there's so many. And the thing about it is, there's so many.
It wasn't available to us, dude. It wasn't available to us.
Yeah, right.
Not like they teach us this shit in school.
None of these people I've seen in school, for real. Exactly. That's a really good point. So Benjamin O. Davis Sr., because he led the fight against enemies and formed. So he was a general officer, first African American and general for the U.S. Army, battled segregation by developing and implementing plans for the limited desegregation of the U.S. combat services in Europe in World War II. All right, so he was born in Chicago, Howard University, educated. All right, so that's really big too, because like, think about it, man.
He was up against it, man.
Yeah, because think about it, man. You know, you want to know why brothers went into the army? They went into the army because they would try to make us seem like we were some lazy cats. So it's like, you're not being a true American. So cats should be like, yo, I'm gonna go ride into the army. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to come represent that. And it's like they go and do that only to go serve just like the regular, and just like anybody would, and don't get the same treatment that somebody would that served. And that's a whole nother subject for another time. But it's like,
I appreciate his service, boy. He did it
right,
very well.
Right. So, when it comes down to it, some folks might bring up the fact of, when we talk about certain issues like, regarding race or whatnot, they might bring up the whole fact of, the troops and things like that. But it's like, you got to look at the fact of how many troops and how many people were serving this country and didn't get treated that way. But that right there is a part of a bigger problem with veterans in general.
Oh, for sure.
So that right there is definitely an outcry that is definitely very common. And people that have definitely done that definitely deserve to have a better life after it, man. You fucking traumatized, man.
Them boys should be treated like heroes. Them boys should have NFL
salaries, right? Ain't that crazy? The heroes aren't getting treated like heroes. The teachers aren't getting treated.
Have NFL salaries, man. Them boys should be big balling when they come home.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things that make you shake your head.
The people that protect our home and the people that guide our future get paid chump change.
For real. Yeah, dude. You know how much cops make? Cops don't make a lot of money, man.
No,
man. My brother-in-law cop, bro. My sister,
they don't make a lot. You know what I'm saying? I be doing this a security thing. There's some cats that be in security that were ex-cops. They're like, man, I like it better doing this shit. And I ain't got a motherfucker risk my life for this shit. You feel me? So I totally understand where people are coming from with that. So shout out to Benjamin O. Davis Sr. Good to find out about you. Because that's a really big thing, because we want to get treated just like any other man. You just wanted to be treated just like any other man that has served and done the things that consider you to be American. If we are Americans as you claim, this is what you have to do. You got to treat those people that same way. So now he had to fight those. So the reason why we're able to have what we have now and be able to do that is for people like him, like this guy right here, who actually made that fight. Because the problem is with the world is that some people get comfortable in their wrongdoing or comfortable with things being the way it is. And, I'm not saying you could change the world, but you could definitely control how you treat people, man.
For sure.
That's my sentiment. So I'm going to move on to the next one. We have Frederick Douglass, of course, legend.
OG.
You know what I'm saying? Abolitionist / author, a free person among slaves, Frederick Douglass. Dr. Umar Johnson is actually the same bloodline as Frederick Douglass as well. He's definitely one of the newer people of this time that is definitely, holding it down and fighting the good fight, man, because you get a lot of flack for doing that stuff, and you're going to get misinterpreted in every way and fashion. So I got to give my props to people that
at least he's trying.
Go against the grain. He go against the grain.
He's trying. He's trying though, dude. Shit,
and he ain't perfect too. And he a man. There was one time they tried to get him with this whole thing with him talking to a stripper. So what? Even if he was, you know what I'm saying? It's like he a man, bruh. Martin Luther King was a man, bruh. You can't sit here and deify these people like they're gods.
Muhammad Ali. That nigga had a whole bunch of kids. You seen the movie?
Right. You can't deify these people like they're gods and act like they can't make mistakes, like they're not human beings without flaws. Yeah, they got flaws, and you know, those things are part of the story as well. So like, yeah. So shout out to Frederick Douglass. All right, so we got Dr. Charles Drew, became True Blood pioneer. He's a physician. All right, so let's see here. He revolutionized the understanding of plasma, the liquid portion of blood without cells. So he's a researcher and surgeon. Nice. All right, so I'm going to keep going because I don't want to spend too much time. I want to be able to get to these next subjects as well. So we got W.E.B. Du Bois. You know, already know how he is. You know what I'm saying? Some people might consider him uppity. Some people might consider him a legend. There was two different ways people might have seen W.E.B. Du Bois. But
good people though, but he had to be what he had to be at the time.
Yeah, exactly. And very multifaceted person, sociologist, writer and activist. Excuse me, got the hiccups. All right, so
Duke Ellington,
man, the embodiment of jazz, composer, band leader, from 1899 to 1974. That's a nice long life, brother. You know, jazz soul musician and Motown provided aspirational soundtracks for the civil rights movement. Huh? Yeah, what's up?
They got. If you ever watched the show Big Mouth on Netflix,
Yeah.
They got him on there. They got his likeness on there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Duke Ellington.
He definitely has a very unique thing that stands out about him. You know what I mean? Like how
you know, he was that boy.
Yeah, but I'm even saying like even